Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, everyone. There is a shift that is happening right now that is like no other. Let me go ahead and spray my Kick Karma in the ass spray. Oh my God. Every time that I spray it, it smells so good. God, and it just immediately just uplifts my spirits and just makes me feel hell of good. I'm just telling you, okay? I shouldn't say hella good. It makes me feel so great. All right. So the Karmic is going batshit crazy right now. They are losing their God-given minds. We know that the divine masculine has already had his work cut out for him when it comes to his ego. And the divine feminine has already had her issues with codependency. And here's the kicker. The divine feminines are now moving out of that codependency because of these new shifts that are taking place, right? I also got me some mugwort. Mugwort is good too, also for psychic powers and dreams, astral travel. I'm using it right now to keep me open as a clear channel, to get that information pouring through me and oozing out of my veins so I can give it to you. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The divine feminine is really working on herself and self-mastery. And she's at this point where she's beyond a high priestess. She's definitely all the way in her empress power. And some of the divine feminines, including myself, oh my God, you guys, I have to share this experience with you. I am opening up to other suitors, obviously. And I have been talking to some people. And, I'm not serious with anyone at this time. I'm open, but I had a dream. The dream was bomb. Like, I was about to make love to this guy in my dream. And I know that he's like a past life soulmate or, maybe even a past life karmic. I don't know. But in my dream, we were together and we knew each other. We were vibing on the same frequency and it was about to be on and popping. And the moment that we were about to be intimate, he shapeshifted into my divine masculine. I'm like, what the hell? I'm going to be speaking about this. It's so awkward that I am sharing this with you now because it is coming out. It's coming out through this reading that the divine masculines are now stepping into their high priest or their alchemical powers as alchemists. And they are able to now shapeshift and their spirits are coming to the divine feminines in sleep form in the astral planes, in the astral state. So they are feeling the pull. They are feeling the divine feminine breaking off the connection. And so their spirit is longing for that connection because the divine feminine has this healing aura. And so does the divine masculine. The karmic, she has no footing. She has no ground. She has nothing to stand on, and she knows that. So let's go ahead and call her some help, and we'll get this reading going, okay? I call in all 6 elements. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yadhevahe, to be able to give me the information that is necessary for this reading in all directions, time, and space. And so it is. Let's go ahead and get right into this reading, shall we? All right, this first card represents the karmic. As you can see, she's nakedly, she's open, she's disposed. She can no longer hide behind her mask. The illusions are now becoming faded. And now she's forced to accept the harsh reality that there is no love between her and the divine masculine, you see. And whatever they thought that they shared or whatever they had, it was just a recycled energy of how he felt for his divine feminine in the first place. She thought that she was the one that was special, or he, because remember, we're just talking about energy. They thought that they were the ones that, the divine masculine was pining away for. They thought that they would always be a part of the divine masculine's life, but now the karmic is in revenge mode. And yes, this is the energy that I am pulling. If you are karmic and you're easily triggered, you need to get up off of my channel. You are not welcome in rage here. But if you want to stay after this reading for $11.11, you can do some healing too. And I'm probably the only reader that offers healings for not only the divine feminine and the divine masculine, but I'm also offering healing for the karmics, and I have been for the last 2 weeks, because you need healing too. And we realize that all three are in this contract, not the divine contract between the divine masculine and the feminine, the divine feminine and source. No, but you guys are still in all three in the contract. You agreed to it, or else it wouldn't be happening. And so therefore, we realize that you're basically playing out our deepest fears and our insecurities, and you're reflecting that back to us. And this is good on your part because you're keeping your end of the contract. But now is not the time to get mad, and now is not the time to get hasty, because at the end of the day, you signed on to this. Whether you remember it or not, you agreed to this. So don't be mad now, okay? So at this moment, the karmics are now going to the divine feminine's social media, and they're mocking her, and they're making fun of her because, you know, she's all into this spiritual stuff, this, you know, foo-foo frilly stuff and this woo-woo. And she's going around the divine masculine's friends and family, and she's painting the divine feminine in a bad light. And the family members are falling for it because they don't like her anyway. And so now the karmic and the family are building alliances against the divine feminine, and they're going to the divine masculine, but he ain't having it, you see, because they have found him in a different light. He's not the same. The divine masculine with this balance card is now balanced within with his divine feminine and his divine masculine. And so now, so within, so without. It is reflecting in everything that he does. He is now realizing the love that he once shared with the divine feminine is nothing compared to what he has with the karmic. Matter of fact, is no comparison. He has even told the karmic that there's no comparison. He has even literally told the karmic that she does not compare to his divine feminine. But yet she chose to stay because in her clinginess and her codependency that she also had, and her jealous rage, she wanted him at all costs. And so now they're in this separation. They're not even together, but yet and still she cannot get enough of him. She wants more, like Oliver Twist. More, and more. And the more that he used to give of himself to her, the more she became unsatisfied, or he became unsatisfied. It was more of his lower, or her lower chakras. Man, you guys, I'm getting so many notifications from my clients for work. I'm so sorry. But I got it on vibrate, so hopefully it won't be too disturbing during this reading. But it's getting to that point where, you know, the more that she's given or he's given, the more he's craving. And it's like a vicious cycle. It's like there's no satisfaction. The more and more that is given, the more and more that the person becomes more greedy. And the divine masculine had to step away from that because it was becoming too much. And in this state of balance, he is now seeing the other side of the coin. He is now seeing how good he really had it when he was in the relationship with his DF. And how her love was so healing to his soul. It was soul food. She nourished that man. Both of them have healing auras. They nourish each other. They heal each other, even through sexual intercourse. They go on the astral planes. They have the Kundalini risings. They go out into astral planes, in the stratospheres out there in orbit. You see, he misses that feeling. When the karmic put voodoo on him to keep him away from the divine feminine, and she even went to the extent to put a spell on him so he won't get a hard on, so he won't be able to have sex with the divine feminine, because she knew the power was in them making love. And so she, at all costs, put in all stops, even using spell work and black magic against him. This is real, you guys. This is not a fairy tale, what I'm telling you. This is reality. Just go to other readers' channel. You will see what I'm saying is so. These karmics have done everything they possibly can. But guess what? Good always prevails over evil. Source energy has stepped in, which is denoted with this next card. This is the door of spirit. This is the door of opportunity. The divine masculine has fell so many times, literally, spiritually, emotionally, that now source energy had to send in the Holy Spirit, aka his higher self. And look, it's pulling him up by strings, because that is just how damn drained he is. He didn't even have the electrical energy from his chakras. There was not even enough for him to pull himself up spiritually. So he had to have external help from the outside, from the spiritual realm, which is denoted with this card. And if you look at this card, even this balance card is 1 and 7, which is 8. And 8 on its side is the affinity sign, which is eternal love for the twin flame union. And if you look at here, it's 4 and 9, which is 4 and 9. Okay. If you look at that, that is 1 and 3, which is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is about transformation, transitioning. He's in that transitioning stage where now he is listening to his higher self. He's connecting to his higher self, because back then when he didn't even know what a higher self was, you see. And as you can see, the doves is associated with the divine masculine. Doves represents purity. And so he is pure in his mind, his mental faculties, because for so long they have been corroded with just worldly thinking and worldly pursuits. He was chasing after a dream. But now he's been smacked with reality. And the reality is the union that he is to come into with his divine feminine. Next to him, you have the divine feminine, represented by this card. This card represents kindred spirits. 44. 4 and 4 is 8. Again, the affinity sign. The 8 on its side. Eternal love. This is the divine feminine. If you look, there are cherry blossoms that are in the background. The cherry blossom represents spring. Can you tell me what time it is? What season it is right now? This is no coincidence, you guys. I can't make this shit up. Okay, now let me tell you a little known fact about cherry blossoms. They only last for about 2 weeks as far as their lifespan, and then they die. This represents the divine feminine. She is beauty and dominance, which is also represented by the cherry blossoms. She is the divine feminine. She has sexuality. Okay, she does have feminine qualities, and it represents her strength and her power. She's very sensual. She's very sexual. And this is something that the karmic hates about her, because she is the total package. She has everything. She has the money. She even has the heart of the divine masculine, which the karmic does not have. So in her sweet revenge to get karma, or to try to derail the divine feminine, it was perfect poetic justice for the divine feminine, because all it did was backfired on her and made the divine masculine pull even more away from her, because he seen how crazy her ass was, you see. And if you look at the doves that are here, that represents also, or excuse me, swans. You have the doves for the divine masculine, but you have the swan, or the swans, because it's more than one, for the divine feminine. And the swans in spirituality represents also purity, love, and passion as well. So not only is it denoted by the cherry blossoms, but you have a second confirmation with the swans. Swans represents love, pure love. And now the divine feminine is moving away from the divine masculine because she kept on trying to wait for him to give her the Ace of Cups, but it never came. So now she's in a position to where she's opening herself up to these suitors. She's having dreams about meeting these people before they come into her life into 3D. They're even opening up to having sex. I know I was, but it didn't happen because my DM shut it down. Okay? He was not having that. It just goes to show you how jealous, even in 5D, they're becoming jealous because they know that the divine feminine is pulling away from them, and they're wanting to know if they already are dating, if they already started dating, or what they're doing, because they know that they're no longer checking for them. So if they're no longer checking on them, then the divine masculine automatically assumes that she's checking for someone else. And for some of the divine masculines, you're right. I wouldn't sit up here and lie to you and say that you were wrong in your conclusion. Okay? The divine feminine is now holding her own. She is no longer codependent on your relationship. She's moved on. And I'm proud of all of you divine feminines that have gotten into that place where you are holding your own and you are aligning yourselves with higher level soulmates that are going to come in and give you the love that your soul has been craving for. That's the reason why this whole sensuality card is popping up, because look at her. She's a freaking goddess. She's a dime plus 99 and she knows it. And they know it. That's the reason why the divine masculine thought he was the only one that had that gift and that power to come on that astral plane. Homeboy, you've just been knocked out the box. You've just been replaced with some other spirits that have the same quality that you have, because guess what? They are aligned in their chakras. They are a vibrational frequency on the same vibrational resonance as your divine feminine. And guess what? That's how in the hell they got in case you was wondering. You see. Now, we have this woman. This woman represents imagination. Oftentimes, yes, our imaginations we can sometimes allow to run wild. This is about spontaneity. The divine feminine, she's doing something different. She's no longer doing the same old stuff that she was doing when she was with the DM. She already knows that she's leveling up. This is a new her. 2019, this is her leveling up year. No more is she going to sit up there and do things the old way. You know, she's an artist. She's a singer. She's a writer. She's a poet. She has so many skills, so many attributes. She has so much to offer the world, and she is not allowing not even the 3D union that she's wanting to manifest to hold her back, because at this point, she's no longer reaching for manifestation for that. She already knows that divine ordering is at play. She has to do nothing. I want each and every last one of you to listen to me. Hear me very clearly when I say you don't have to do nothing in order to bring this union about. All you have to do is play your role and play it well. That's it. Be the empress that you are. Be for the divine, for those of you men that are divine feminines, be the masculine that is balancing his femininity, and play your cards right. This will happen. I know you've been seeing everyone else getting union, okay? I know you've been seeing everyone else coming into the 3D, and you're wondering, why haven't my ship sailed in yet? Well, Source is here to let you know it's coming. Be patient. And in the meanwhile, live your life. It's not meant for you to slow down just so your divine masculine can catch up. No. Keep going, keep moving. That's what this is all about, because guess what? Time does not stand still. Time waits for no one. Time is the ultimate thief. gradually taking from us and never giving us anything back in return. If you look at this is a hooded priestess, and she's holding out her hand, offering us a lifetime in the form of an hourglass. And if you look at its shape, it suggests a cyclical nature, things that are coming around and going back around and going and going and going. And this is in order for us to simply rotate and start afresh. And this is what the divine feminines are doing. They're starting fresh. They're starting new. And in smaller issues that may be true, and indeed we often sense repetition. Things are coming back full circle for most of you. But in the larger sense, the hourglass is simply an illusion. In truth, such perceived patterns are merely detours along one's journey. Here we see that the golden sand does not merely fall back into the glass to be recollected, but escapes. And eventually the glass will be empty. So time is a commodity, you guys. And that it's never really ours, but merely something we have use of for just a short given period of time. The only way to ensure the balance in our favor is for us to use our allotted time wisely and fully before it is taken away from us. Live every day like Jesus said, like it's your last day, hour by hour, minute by minute, millisecond by millisecond. And last, you have the rejection card, which is the Four of Cups. This is the divine masculine's energy. He feels rejected right now by the divine feminine. And I don't mean to laugh. It's funny how the tables, they don't only turn. The damn chairs got knocked down too in this process. Because when you had an opportunity to have her, you didn't want her. But now that you see that she's dating, that she's living her life without you, and she's even more happier than what she has ever been. Oh my God. Without you, you can't bear that reality. You liked it when she was chasing you, when she was texting you, when she was sexting you and only you. You liked it when she was sending you naked pictures, nude pictures. You liked it when she was just giving you all of that attention because she was fueling and feeding your ego. And now you have the karmic who is still willing to feed your ego, but she don't do it right. Because she don't know how. Because the divine feminine has mined your moods. She knows when you want to be touched. She knows when you want to be fucked. She knows when you want to eat. She knows when you want to sleep. She knows your moods. She knows your everything about you. And you didn't even have to train her. She just automatically knew because she is you. You see. But the other woman, the other karmic, male or female, they didn't care to learn those things about you because they was getting what they can get, because most of these arrangements are based off of benefits. You see. Now the divine masculine, he's starting to see the error of his ways. He realized what he had because now it's gone. Some of the divine feminines are like, I'm out. Thank you for the lessons. I've enjoyed the ride. It's been one hell of a ride, but I've enjoyed the ride because I remember the love that we shared. I remember when we made love, the Kundalini rise. And you know what? I have been getting so many emails. You guys, thank you so much for those of you that have done the karmic flush and the violet flame. I literally cried yesterday with some of the emails that I received from you guys coming back into union and making love to your divine masculine. I was almost jealous. I'm like, damn it, I remember how that used to feel. No, but in all seriousness, You guys are having the passionate sex that you thought that you topped it, right? You thought that you nailed it. And now you guys are having so much passionate sex. It's something that you've never experienced before. And you guys had already had a passionate relationship to begin with. And after you guys have gotten my workings, it intensified by 10. And I'm excited for you. That's amazing. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't feel uncomfortable because you're sharing it with me. I'm glad you're sharing it with me, okay? Because it lets me know that what I do works, you see. And I also know that it's gotten to that point where the karmics know your magnetism and your power. And that's the reason why they're trying to do everything within their power to keep you two apart. But you guys have an unbreakable bond, you see. What God has put together, it cannot be easily broken. And even the divine masculine pushing you away and running away from you, the thoughts of you haunt him in the night. And they will continue to do so until he gets his shit together. That's the bottom line. Okay? If you can't beat them, join them. There is no end game. That is the end game. That's the way that it's going to be, and that's the way it is. Because God's promises is going to come true. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing that you, divine feminine, we have to do to coerce, to catfish the universe, to manipulate. We don't got to do that. All we have to do is just be. And I have come to the conclusion of your beautiful reading. If you want to come and join me on the other side for $11.11, karmics, soulmates, twin flames alike, let's do this, okay? It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. You can also purchase a gift on Amazon and it will appear on a channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.